Have everyone's attention. Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. It's a beautiful evening, and glad that you took the time to join us. I'd like to make a few introductions as we start off. My name is Bob Miller. I'm president of the Blue Raider Foundation. And with us this evening, Vice President Laura Krusek, our Secretary, Attorney Jeff Bowe, our Treasurer, Eric Sitzelman, and board members, Dr. Katie Krupp, Deb Dukaskas, Representative Jerry Knowles, Stephanie Atkins, and our Executive Administrator, Johanna Ulickman. This is our fifth annual update, and we're quite proud of that. Very special thank you to Mock Junk Trust Company. They have consistently supported us every year, and I'm just repeating myself, is greatly appreciated. Also a thank you to our tray sponsors, Schaefer Drugstore, Skyview Memorial Cemetery, L-Tri-C, and Bo Lasella Law Firm. A couple of items as we start off. We would not be able to successfully conduct this event without the support of the Tamaqua School District. And a special thank you to School Superintendent Carol Makuta and her staff for their assistance and support. Again, a special thank you to Susan Fitro for supporting us with our holiday concert each year. Susan, we greatly appreciate that and always enjoy hearing it. Our foundation mission is to fund projects that are outside the school district's budget by enlisting individuals, corporations, and foundations in charitable fundraising activities. We are a 501c3 charitable corporation, and we act autonomously from the school district. The foundation, over the past full 4 years, has raised over $70,000. Funding has been provided for guest speakers, teacher grants, and state agricultural lab units, iPads, support for the 3 elementary libraries, robotics camps, journalism, visiting artists, AP courses, and others. And you'll hear more about this as the evening progresses. The foundation also manages the Karen Madiak and Joseph Velasco Memorial Fund, both providing scholarships and grants. And John Madiak is here, and I'd also ask Walter if you'd come up right now and we make those presentations, if you would please. John, Walt.
Okay, for the Tamaqua Blue Raider Foundation Mathematics Tutoring Award, the winner this year was Rebecca Minahan. And then for the Tamaqua Blue Raider Foundation Karen Madiak Mathematics Award to the student who had the 4-year highest average in advanced mathematics went to Jared Sharp.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Joe Clashco Scholarship winners this year, the male and female student athletes. Are not here tonight. The male athlete was Michael Kelly. The female student athlete was Joanne Butkus. I am happy to say that we were able to increase that award by 10% over last year, and going forward, we anticipate increasing it by about 15%. for next year's winners. We've had a steady, slow but steady contributions to the award. So we feel very, very comfortable going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Walt. Some other acknowledgements. The alliance between Penn State Hazleton campus and the Tamaqua school system, along with the foundation which has enabled students to participate in robotics and chemistry camps, college credit programs, and at the high school level interact with Penn State Hazleton students. I think this is something that's very valuable because we're able to get our students, I don't want to say outside of the box, but in a sense, yes, outside of the box, and expose them, if you will, to the higher education, but also to those young people that are experiencing that education. The exposure to all these programs, again, provides our students with additional edge that they need for success. Our fundraising solely depends on you, the community. Businesses supporting through participation in the educational tax credit program offered through the state of Pennsylvania, which enables the participating business to receive up to 90% tax credits on their annual tax liabilities. This is something that we've continually been seeking throughout the community. Our board member, Jeff Lowe, has done a lot of hard work on this, and I would appreciate those that know businesses in the area that this would be something that would be discussed with them and contact will be made with Jeff. We'd also ask that these businesses, at the end, it's diverting, if you will, their tax obligations to our Tamaqua students. Our color run this past year, which Johanna did an excellent job on, was a huge success. We'll be holding another color run on September 27th at the Tamaqua High Stadium. Please do not miss it. It's a lot of fun for both young and old. I think that at the end of the day, everyone will have a big smile on their face. Our Christmas dinner series at Confetti's Restaurant will continue as a fundraising activity, so obviously we would like everyone to join us. Walt pretty much heads up that effort. This past year, we communicated to all of the Tamaqua alumni with, I'd say, pretty good success. Their contributions have been absolutely greatly appreciated and have allowed us to expand our funding projects. We plan on continuing this outreach. We've been able to, from the classes of 1950 forward, communicate with most of those individuals, and very heartwarming to see the responses that we've gotten. Now we'd like to move on to our Journalism Award, and I would ask Walt again to come up to the podium along with Tom Berner. And Walt has been working with Tom for quite some time on this, and I would ask Walt to introduce Tom and discuss the Journalism Award.
So, there's a silver Ford Flex outside that needs to be moved, otherwise it's going to be towed. I don't know if it's anybody in here. Silver Ford Flex.
It's parked in permanent parking, which is not native parking out there.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to, for those of you who don't know Tom Berner, and there's probably very few of you who don't, Tom's a Tamaqua graduate. We know who it is. Tom was a Tamaqua graduate, and he went on to the Navy, matriculated at Penn State, spent many years up in Center County. He taught at the university, was on the council, State College Borough Council, wrote for the Center Daily Times. I think he worked even as a young man for the Courier, is that right, Tom? Tom approached me back in January, said, you know that Penn State has journalism camps for aspiring writers and journalism students? I said, no. He said, I am willing to sponsor a scholarship in conjunction with the foundation, if the foundation is willing to match it. I said, now, well, we went to the meeting, and of course, it was a no-brainer for us. We said yes. And so we started contacting students. And tonight we're going to give that award, and I'm going to let Tom do it.
Anna? Please come on here. First, let me point out that the award is co-sponsored with my wife, Paulette. So. Anna, here's the paper, but I have a few things to say. These books for you. I'll give them to you in a minute. To check my first, oops, wrong side. The summer journalism workshops at Penn State have a long history connected to Tamaqua. I think that's one of the great things, the reasons that I'm glad that Hannah's going to be going this year. Several years ago, an English teacher named George Taylor, who many of you may know, had attended a similar workshop at the University of Missouri. And he said, why can't we do that at Penn State? And he got together with Kathy Zweibel, who's a teacher at Pottsville High School, now retired. And she did the yearbook track, and George did the newspaper track. And at some point, as you can appreciate, they got tired, got burned out, and they passed the torch to somebody else from Tamaqua, and the journalism workshop continued. So let me tell you some of the things that Hannah's going to do next week, a week from Monday or Sunday. I can't keep up with dates anymore. In the mornings, her lessons will focus on the multimedia, interviewing and finding a story. In the afternoons, they're going to visit AccuWeather. They're going to learn about social media, online journalism, and video. They will go to a broadcast studio. They will meet Mike the Mailman. If you are a Penn State graduate, you know Mike the Mailman. You know the delightful person he is, and this is going to make a great story for Hannah and all the others in the program. They will go to the All Sports Museum for a tour. There'll be a mock press conference with the director. The Arts Festival will be held that week, and they will go down to the Children's Day part of that and find stories and write them. They will go to a Spikes baseball game. The Spikes are a semi-pro team. And they will also get to meet local reporters and photographers in the press box and spend some time in the radio announcement box. That's going to be a pretty full week, and it's only, I think, a 5-day break. So she's going to do a lot. They start early in the morning, they go late at night. So let me, before I talk a little more about Hannah, introduce her mother, Chris. Chris, where are you? There's Mom. All right. These are some of the things that Hannah has done. Excuse my trifold there. She's taken all honors courses. She joined the staff of the Blue and White magazine. And next year, she is going to help edit and design the magazine, so she's going to get some good ideas next week. She's a member of the League of Literaries. Writing is a big part of her life. She said that this year alone, she wrote a 120-page novella for her final enrichment project. She's a member of the Blue and White, as I mentioned. I happen to have gotten my start in journalism there. The League of Literaries, the Tamaqua Middle School and High School Drama Club, the Tamaqua Area Raider Marching Concert and Jazz Bands, the Jazz Chorale Concert Choir, Gabriel Youth Orchestra, Devo Youth Group at St. Peter's Church, Tamaqua High School Swim Team, and the St. Peter's Ironstone Memorial Band. I work each summer as an assistant at St. Peter's Vacation Bible School. She's also president, or was president of the Tamaqua Area Middle School Student Council. I think the only thing she hasn't done is been on the football team. So we're very glad to have her, and I'm going to let her talk now. Anna?
Well, I just wanted to thank the foundation so much for giving me this incredible opportunity. I'm incredibly grateful to get this wonderful trip, and I'm going to learn so much, and just really excited to go.
It's always nice when a Marine is taking photographs of the Navy.
One other thing, Hanny, your guide at the General Sports Museum will be from land sport. His name is Bob Dvorsky, and he now conducts the private guides. I don't know if you know him, but he will be your guide when you go there.
Thank you. We're going to move on now to our teachers' grants. It has been our practice each year to ask our school administration to communicate to all of the teachers within the Tamaqua system to present us with grant requests that would enhance the learning experience of their students. This year we'll be awarding grants, and I would ask Superintendent of Schools Carol Makuta and Johanna, our Executive Administrator, to assist me in presenting the awards. As the recipients' names are called, please come to the podium to receive your grant, and if you would kindly remain up here, we would appreciate it. The first grant is for geocaching with gifted students, and that is to Samantha Yacker. Samantha? Samantha, if you would you just tell us very briefly?
Geocaching is essentially, the kids will be excited, hide and seek in the woods. The kids have to learn how to read map coordinates and then find these hidden treasures all over Tamaqua. So they'll be learning skills in math and science for learning how to read the coordinates and use the GPS readers.
Thank you. Next one is for learning with Legos, simple machines. Jolene Barron. Jolene.
Nope, that's.
Mr. Evans and I know as a great teacher, we're looking for a way to teach our students about simple machines, which is a concept in science that is not taught in our curriculum, and we feel it's very important. And we came across a Lego kit that actually has 15 hours worth of instruction for the students to learn all about simple machines with Lego kits. And we decided we would like to do an after-school program twice a year with our students after school to help them learn this important concept. Thank you.
Thank you. I have to admit, when I read this one, I wanted to apply for the class. Tamaqua Blue and White Magazine, Joanne Tucker. Joanne? Joanne.
One, two.
We're just going to use this grant in order to expand technology for the program and to get more people interested in writing. So thank you very much to the foundation.
I would just like to add, knowing how this started several years ago when the foundation just started give awards, Kyle Weaver, who's a student, Kyle, came forward, and Missy Day was here at the time, and convinced one of our English teachers to please present the application, and it was on your behalf. So that's how it started. That's how we got the blue and white back into the high school, and it's grown into the elementary, and it really is quite the publication, and we're very proud of it. Thank you for doing it. He and I had a miscommunication. He bought his own ticket. I was going to sponsor him, but thank you very much, Kyle. Foundation appreciates it.
The next Next is school community garden. Laura McCoy is not here.
Mr. McCabe is going to speak to that.
Mr. McKay?
The goal of the school community garden is to incorporate both regular and special education students in an alternative therapeutic activity, with the end result being the use of our produce in our family and consumer science classes.
Parents, moms, I think
That's funny.
The next award is Family Math Night for second graders. Kaylee Fowler. Kaylee?
As a second grade team, we wanted to have a family game night for our parents in the springtime. And what we're going to use the grant for is to purchase games and different and other resources that include math games. And we're just going to have a night for family to come with our students and their children, and they're just going to have fun and learn while they're having fun.
Our next is building English and content knowledge outside the classroom, and also iPad mini supporting English language learning. And that's Dr. Susan Petro. Susan?
I teach the students from kindergarten through 12th grade who don't speak English as their primary language. Some of these students were born in this country but speak a different language in their homes, and other students were born in a different country and have come here. And all of them are learning to speak English and understand spoken English and read and write in English. So my one grant builds on last year, the grant that I received. We received last year an iPad mini to use with these students to supplement their language learning, and that has been extremely helpful and successful, and this year I'm receiving another one of those to continue that work with my students, especially those who are at the beginning levels of English language proficiency. And the other grant that I'm receiving is to allow these students to go on 2 field trips in the Lehigh Valley area to the Martin Guitar Factory and to the Trexler Zoo. And these will be opportunities for students to practice their English listening skills, and we will build on that as follow-up activities in the classroom, and to have a cultural experience that they would not have with their families. So I'm excited to extend the language and culture for my English language learners from kindergarten through 12th grade. Thank you.
Next grant is Story Stones. Kim Woodward. Kim?
Basically, through my art classes in the middle school, we're going to make treasure boxes. Within the treasure boxes are going to be river stones. On each of the river stones are small images that my students will be painting. These boxes will be put in the 3 elementary schools, in the Tamaqua Public Library, as well as in the special education room for the middle school, as well as the English department. The stones will have images on that the students can choose during recess time or in English class in the elementary school. They'll pick 5 images from the box and have to create a story based on those 5 images. The boxes are based on themes, so they'll get to be used over and over each year, and the boxes will travel to different buildings, and they'll change it up every year, so the kids will be able to use them through their whole time at Tamaqua Elementary School. Also, my mural was completed last year, and I did not have the scrapbooking done in time because you all had to dinner before my mural, and I did put the scrapbooking book out of the lobby if you'd like to look at the mural.
Next award is Therapeutic Social Language Expansion for Students with Exceptionalities. Caitlin Miller.
I get to play various roles throughout the school district, and I work in all the autistic support classrooms, K through 12. And as our district continues to expand with our special populations, especially with autism, it's come to my awareness that we're lacking a lot of materials to properly serve these students, and we're also lacking materials to educate our educators in regular ed and special education. And so this grant allows to purchase materials for the students as well as educators and administrators if they're interested, and hopefully continue to build on this in years to come. Thank you.
And a round of applause for all of us.
Thank you all very much for your dedication to teaching. Carol's going to say a few words on all of the grants and that we have bestowed over the years.
I really wasn't planning on saying a few words, but I was speaking with Kim Woodward and Bob, and I mentioned the generosity of this foundation and what they've done for the school, the teachers, motivating teachers, and ultimately the students. And I happened to say to Kim, you know, if I had been reviewing these awards, I don't know if you would fund more, because I can only think of kids throwing rocks at one another. Now, she had a different vision of it, everybody else, the committee had a different vision of it, and so far, since 2011, every teacher who has applied for an award has gotten it. In 2011, we had 8 awards because 8 teachers applied. And now we're in 2014, so since I don't have this prepared, I'm thinking as I'm speaking. In 2011, we had a teacher here, Dr. Suze. I don't think the language arts people are here. Technology, Jolene, were you involved in that group? So we have at least two teachers here who have gotten this award just about every year, which is really impressive because it's working well beyond what they usually do, thinking about things that they don't have to think about. It's not their responsibility, but philosophically as teachers, that's what they do. 2012, we had 6 awards. Many of those people, again, 2013, 14 awards. Now, last year was the year that not only with the awards, we grew into STEM education. This year, we had Penn State Hazelton professor come to the high school and teach. The number of students didn't matter. It was 7, but the foundation was willing to sponsor those students. Penn State offers us a reduced rate at the campus, and we scrounged money for the books and was very successful. And for those people who are teaching right now, you will like hearing this. Dr. Krebsky said that he's doing this in 3 sites, Crestwood, Hazelton, and our district, that our district is the nicest district that he's ever been in, and he wanted to know what the secret was. This is the secret, and you people out here who are supporting it, that's the secret. And an outsider coming and saying that to us is very impressive. But here we are in 2014, having some of the same people right. But what's different about, oh, I forgot the summer camp. Last year was the first year for the summer camp. At first, we didn't have students to apply. Then we were rejecting them. Now this year, we have 2 camps, and the foundation is sponsoring about 75% of that. So it's a huge opportunity, educational opportunity for our elementary kids. So much where I probably think that that's where we got the inspiration for it, because we've seen Jolene, who has the Lego program coming up. They really, really enjoy it. But what's unique about this year, there are 9 awards, but there's more than 9 teachers involved. We have teachers who are working in teams, teachers who are working in groups. I know the family night, there's 4 or 5 or 6 of you. You know, 5 people who are going to conduct something for parents after school. Kim Woodward, I don't know if you heard what she said, she's doing it for elementary, middle, students with exceptionalities, and she's taking it to the public library, these stones, who probably in the paper. We have people who are teachers who are taking it after hours and taking it into the community. So this has grown, and I think the foundation has not only given them an opportunity to do things for students, but have inspired them, motivated them, and they came here. It was 90 degrees. Many of you probably had the opportunity to have a picnic or be by a pool, but here we are because we want to do things for kids. So I said 9 awards, more than 14 teachers involved in the groups. But when I counted out the number of students that they plan to reach, it's 1,825 kids that these people think that they're going to reach through the efforts of the financial efforts of this foundation. So we're very grateful. And we're also doing the STEM education in next school year, and we're growing into a different kind of dual enrollment to see if there are other college opportunities for our students. So it's great, and we can't thank that foundation enough. Thank you, Mr. Bowman.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Carol. It's a two-way street. Again, to the grant recipients and our other school-related projects, all the effort you all make and the staff makes. I can't say enough on being an employer at one point in my life of a large number of people, what education counts for, and what you do, if you will, to elevate those young people. And in today's world, it's a tough go. So thank you again. This is to us. We need to remember our students, they're the products of us. They learn and experience from us. The environment that surrounds them is the environment that we will influence and set their pathway for the future. It's our job and our responsibility to provide the environment and the pathway for the Tamaqua students today and of the future. Tamaqua's commerce now and in the future depends on the molding of our students' education. We need our graduates to stay. We need them to return after their higher education or military service. We need their ideas, their entrepreneurship, and their passion to help grow and prosper this Tamaqua area community. The more we invest in their growth, the higher our return. The Foundation Board thanks everyone for attending this evening. We graciously ask for your continued support and encourage you, if you will, to speak to others. Very big thank you to the Vonz restaurant and to the staff. Please enjoy the hors d'oeuvres and the fellowship and the rest of the evening. And I thank you all for coming. But again, congratulations to all of you.